Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 69 of the Stogey Society podcast. It's episode 69, and coincidentally happens to be Randall's birthday week. So,
Yeah.
Woo!
And we have 420 subscribers. So that's very interesting numbers there.
Nice.
episode 69, your birthday, and 420 subscribers.
Ain't it fine?
Yeah.
The stars have aligned for us.
They seem to.
Yes, sir. Before we get into it, let's shout out the channel sponsors. We have Lucky Cigar Club with an initial 15% off of your first order. Use code first time 15 for that 15% off. And we also have above the level construction for all your concrete, block wall, masonry, driveway, everything related to concrete construction in the Southern California area. Call Chris at 626-265-1657. All right.
Nice.
So, you guys want to share what you're smoking and drinking tonight?
Yeah, man. We got some good stuff tonight.
Awesome.
So I tried to do a little poll on Instagram. I got the attention of the one person, Brian, that it was directed at. This is one of his favorite cigars. So this is the Diplomáticos Leal, and it is a Cuba regional, and
Yeah.
it was announced in 2021, came out 2023, and it's one of his favorite cigars. So I knew if I put a photo of that one, I would immediately have Brian's attention.
Yeah.
And I decided to bring out one of my favorite birthday pours since we're celebrating. And I've shown you guys the Ararat before, this Armenian brandy. But this is a special edition. This is a 25-year aged Ararat brandy called the Charles Arnivore edition. And so it's a 25-year Armenian brandy. It just tastes of vanilla, like pure vanilla.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That sounds great.
Sounds like a port wine or something like that, right? Like really sweet.
It's not quite as sweet as a port. It's really nicely aged and blended.
Right on. What about the birthday boy?
So I wanted to do something kind of special just because, birthday week. But I'm doing the Trinidad Topas, I believe, the 478
Topaz.
by 56. Wow,
Mhm.
is my camera serious right now? I haven't had this Vitola before, but another reason it's special is it's one that I didn't have to buy myself. I already had a lot of cigars that I was buying when I was in Germany in December, and then my wife said, "Oh, this one looks nice. Do you want it?" And as I've mentioned in previous episodes, you always just say yeah, but she happened to pick a really good one, and I was like, "Oh yeah, throw that in." So, in honor of her and kind of the gift at that time, I decided to smoke this one. And at the moment, I'm just pairing it with some Ecuador coffee. But earlier, I was drinking the Woodford Reserve Double Oak. Very pleasant, very sweet, very
Mhm.
underrated in my opinion. Bourbon or whiskey. I'm not sure if it's a bourbon, but it's a whiskey. No burn if you're not into that. It's just
Yeah, it's a really good.
yeah. And so and I will also say the reason I'm not continuing the celebration, I have a physical I have in the morning at 8 a.m. in a whole different city. Forgot all about
Oh
it.
wow.
So of course now I have to let me drink early. So trying to now catch this buzz till halfway through the episode and then try to sober up before tomorrow.
Nice. Yeah, I would tend to agree with you that Double Oaked is pretty underrated, but it's a really nice bourbon.
I'm also wondering before we get to Ugo, I'm also wondering if people get thrown off by the price because some Woodford Reserves are like mad cheap, $35 or something, or relatively cheap compared to other stuff. And that one, however, is like double the price, but it's, in my opinion, it's kind of worth it if you're going to go in the direction of something like a little more easy sipping, sweet, no burn, and pairs very well with cigars as well.
Nice, man.
Thank you, Todd, Whiskey Sippers, and also thank you all for the birthday wishes. Todd said is a bourbon. I get confused on what's a bourbon and what's a whiskey. He's keeping me straight on that.
Good.
Was that that Whiskey Sippers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, his name's Todd. Damn, you use his government name. I'm gonna
I
get
use his government name, man. Not his full government name, but I use his government name.
mad.
What about you, Hugo? What are you smoking this evening?
Yeah, so I went with the Alfonso Numero Tres. I guess it's just as good as a Cuban cigar. Really enjoy
Watch your
these.
mouth.
I haven't had one in a while, and I was like, let me just
It's a good choice.
smoke that. Yeah. And then I brought out the Macallan Harmony collection.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, very well. Nice. Yeah.
So be pouring that in a bit. I think it'll pair well because I find it to be a little bit caramelish, or caramel finish. So it'll pair well with this one, and a little bit peaty, just a little bit peaty on those Macallan whiskeys or Scotch. Sorry. Whiskey
Whiskey sippers. Yeah.
We gotta mind our whiskey P's and Q's.
I know.
Dude, I'm learning a lot from that guy. He's keeping me on track because
That's cool.
I just got into whiskeys and all that stuff. Like I was a beer drinker, like Texas, who's not here tonight, as you can see, but he wishes he could be.
He's actually in the comments.
Yeah.
You miss it. Yeah.
But I had gotten more into that recently, and he's kind of led me through some of that stuff. But wasn't this what you had at your wedding, Hugo? Was it the Topas?
No, I had the Fundadores. Wait,
Oh,
is
the
it?
Fundadores.
Fundadores, yeah. The Lancero.
Ah, okay.
Very nice.
Cool.
Solid cigar. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to get some more since it's my wedding cigar now.
Oh yeah.
See, that's a tough commitment because now if it's the official wedding cigar, it's like you're gonna be buying boxes of Fundadores. Steve, man.
Mm.
You got me thinking now, Hugo. I gotta pick my wedding cigar in April very seriously. My vow renewal ceremony cigar very seriously.
Dude, it's awesome because like we're in a new day and age where like back in the day it was like your wedding cigar is like my father or something, you know, like and now it's gonna be like an expensive ass cigar, right? Times have changed.
Yeah, my wedding cigar is an It's a Boy.
Yeah, my favorite cigar is It's a Girl.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. So, by the way, Frank is dealing with some a family. He's having family time, so he's not on tonight. He's still part of the Stogey Society podcast, but he'll be on. He'll be back next week. So, congratulations, Frank, on whatever you're celebrating out there.
Congratulations, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Just to touch on the Trinidad in general.
Yeah.
You guys tried the New World? I tried the Esperatu 3. I wasn't a fan. And I've heard a lot of people say they don't like the New World Trinidad's at all.
No,
never tried.
No, I've tried, but it's like night and day. There's like no comparison whatsoever. It's just because I think they use. I want to say, I don't remember. I want to say like Nicaraguan, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no,
because it's an Altadis product, right?
Yeah, Altadis. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Hugo on that one. I think I had bought Trinidad New World before I'd ever bought my first Trinidad Cuban, but I smoked the Cuban first, the one I reviewed on the channel, and loved it. Right, like the smaller Vitola.
Right. Yeah,
loved it. For some reason, that Esperatu number 3 just never like jumped out at me in the humidor. Like I had bought it in the Miami airport on my way to Ecuador.
Yeah.
And I finally smoked it one day, no review, just like, I need something to smoke. And I just wasn't impressed. And I've seen, in fact, I had a conversation on Instagram with somebody recently who had posted that they were smoking it and they didn't like it either. And I was like, yeah, man, I don't know. I don't get much from that.
Yeah, I think somebody posted on the Discord. I forget. But yeah, I mean, most Cuban, non-Cuban, they're gonna be like yucky for the most
To a
part.
different palate.
Yeah, to a different palate. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a part of me is happy I'm kind of sipping on coffee with this because I just feel like that kind of pays tribute. I mean, they're so good together. I mean,
Trinidad and coffee. I'm gonna tell you, I had a moment. I was on a guy's trip and I brought a Vihia with me, and the guys that came with me on the trip, they're not like big cigar guys. You know, very happy to let me have my cigar time while they're doing other stuff, but like not really interested. And so they went off to get breakfast, and I took a moment to come down to a little coffee shop cafe in the casino so you could smoke there. And came down, got my little coffee, lit up my Vihia, was so absolutely pleased. Just sitting there by myself in the middle of a Vegas casino, sipping a coffee, smoking a Vihia. And the guys came back, you know, very satisfied from their breakfast. And I still had a little bit of cigar to go, and took it on a walk to our next stop. We ended up at a Top Golf. So it was just such a perfect morning for me, experiencing that Vihia with coffee.
oh man. So can you get Cubans in Nevada and Vegas?
What? No.
Oh, I missed that part then. Okay.
I mean, from my humidor to the
yours.
trip.
Okay. Yeah, you took it on a travel. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I missed the first because I was taking a photo and I was like, wait, you grabbed
It was magic. It was magic. They have a little, just like they have the carve out areas for the brothels. They have an LCDH carve out just outside of Vegas. I wish.
But speaking of Cuba, I'm worried about Cuba, man.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've been keeping up with that. You want to have you researched it a lot? You want to tell that story of what's going on over there?
So I did make a post about it. I have a friend who's kind of on his way over there tomorrow, actually. And he sort of planned it as like a nice cigar trip. And I've been sending him kind of articles and things along the way, letting him know, like, hey, dude, it might not be what you think it's going to be. And you might want to rethink your trip. But essentially, the kind of climate of the region are making things a little difficult for Cuba, in that, you know, we snatched a Venezuelan president, we seized a lot of oil, we set up a nice blockade in the Gulf, and you know, for a small island country like Cuba that relies on fuel coming from Venezuela in particular, to be cut off, and then via blockade, other countries that support Cuba, like Russia, also effectively cut off to send aid. Cuba is kind of in a really, really tough situation in terms of their infrastructure and their access to fuel and fuel to create energy, electric generators and what have you, to do what they need to live. And so it's a tough situation, I think, for them. Yeah. The Habanos Festival this month was essentially canceled. They say it's postponed with no future date. But I know a lot of distributors are refunding money. So to me, that sounds a lot like a cancellation. So,
do you, in personal opinion, do you think that these are gonna like go up in price?
Massively, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was worried about that, but I wanted to get somebody who's ears to the ground opinion on that. Also, everybody in the chat, appreciate your birthday wishes, and let us know what you're smoking and drinking. Appreciate you being here. So you think they're gonna go up significantly, right?
Yeah, it's a supply and demand game, right? Like if you're affecting their means of production, whether that's through fuel or whatever you're talking about, ultimately they're going to have some issues with production down the line, and as supply dips, price goes up. You know, demand is consistently high for Habanos. So,
Yep, definitely, man. So, Yeah, the one thing that's also affecting Cuba a lot is their trash situation. It's piling up because the trash collectors aren't collecting it because their trucks don't have fuel to run
Right.
the routes. So they're piling everything up. They don't know if they're going to burn it or, it's crazy.
Yeah, I'd heard that the kind of fuel black market right now is around $10 per liter of fuel. So if you're in an industry that does business with fancy people, you may have an influx of cash such that you can buy black market fuel in Cuba to be able to entertain your traveling customers who have US dollar or euro or from whatever outside country they're traveling from. But ultimately, the regular folk in Cuba are not going to be able to afford that. Wages are somewhere around, if I remember correctly, $20. I don't remember if AG told us $20 per week or per month was a typical salary in
For
Cuba.
a week, I think.
Yeah.
Sounds right. A week.
20-25 bucks, something like that.
Yeah. So imagine like 2 liters of fuel per week is your entire wage.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
And you know what's really insane about it? Like, United States owns Hawaii, right? Like, and that's super far away, right? But like, Cuba is 50 miles off the coast of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's insane. Like, I know it was like a thing back in the 60s. You would think we'd be like, all right, guys, let's work it out. Especially since the tobacco is so good.
I mean, it's just the political, aspect of it,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's the government that grind gears with our government. So that's not gonna happen,
Yep.
unfortunately. Dude, so Randall,
Yeah.
we see a new background, man. You want to tell us what's the backstory on that?
Yeah, so essentially I've been fighting. So I live in an HOA, homeowners association area, and they basically take precedent over, even if you own your house or you bought a house in the area, they can basically still impose rules on you. So eventually what happened about 8 months ago, they first mentioned, hey, we had some painters come out, they can't get to your wall, which was BS. We have a outside pergola, like nice solid structure that we built that the last HOA said we could. And long story short, HOA's changed. These painters claim they couldn't paint anything, even though it was really just like maybe like a foot of area they probably wouldn't be able to get to. That my wife and I were like, shoot, we'll buy the paint. We'll just do it with a roller. Like, we'll do it. I don't care if you get paint on this thing, right?
Yeah.
And they started thinking, I think they future casted, when you leave, the next people or other people will see what you did or whatever. And so long story short, since last June, they've been wanting me to take that area down. And I kept explaining to them, it's not really hurting anything. Nobody really cares. I don't know why you think we're influencing anybody. From where we live, if you're walking behind my house, you're part of the block of houses of my neighbors, and they've all seen it. They don't care, right? I mean, it's like some of them have commented they like it, whatever. So finally, they threatened legal action, so we had to take it down. So we did, and now I've pulled up a pop-up gazebo, which looks like a COVID test tent. And if that's what they want to do, fuck it. I'll just have a COVID test tent outside, but I will not have no smoking area outside. Or I will stand on the sidewalk in front of their houses and I would just stare into their windows and smoke a cigar. And then I'm on public property. Like I'm on, not on their property. I'm on the sidewalk. I've gone through all the stages of grief, but at the end of the day, it's like, all right, whatever. It's gone. No more thinking about it. So this is the current setup. I'm gonna try to get fancy and maybe put up something. I got these fake windows, which looks like a floaty that's not been blown up yet. Same material. I think I could float if this thing, if we flood, I think I could float in this thing. It's not bad. I mean, if I can be positive for a second, light reflects off the white very well, so
Big time.
it's very nicely lit, even though it's night. I mean, if you guys want to check out last week's episode or any other episode, I'm in like a void behind me. There's like a huge void behind me. Now there's not. So, I don't know. I'm over it. Emotionally, I'm drained. But when they first told me to change it, obviously, since we don't feel like we did anything wrong, they made me mad. Then I got fearful, didn't want to take it down. But now that it's been taken down, it's like, okay, let me try to recoup some of the money and just move on with my life.
Yeah. Now that's actually before we get into that, Joe wants to know what we're smoking again. I think he missed the beginning. You guys want to show real quick?
Yeah, Diplomatico Leal, Cuban regional.
Yeah, Trinidad Topas. Couldn't remember this last one. Topas.
And Alfonso number 3.
How is that, Alfonso, Ugo?
It's good. I like it. It's not your. I mean, it's a selected tobacco product, but it's not your Atabey. It's different. It's more sourdough, a little bit woody cedar. It's got a. This one has a little bit more oomph to it. But it's not like obviously it's nice, clean. It's all right. It's pretty good.
AJ asked the question, can't you build another, leaving more room, or just push your original out a little bit? No, if I could show you, it's dark now, but my wife and I had to make this makeshift. So we extended our patio out 10 feet. This is a 10 by 13 foot pergola that we had, but we didn't account for the extra foot for the roof overhang. So we actually had to build a makeshift like structure out, which wasn't very well built, but we had to put the legs out a little bit further. And because it was a solid structure, we couldn't really put it out any further than we had it. And the only thing that saves them from me just being like Steven and totally denying, because Steven was talking about his bike story where he had a bike out on the patio.
Yeah.
Was that it said something to the effect in the rules of no permanent structures without permissibility, which was fine because I had permissibility, but or that disrupts work to the property. And because these painters decided that they couldn't paint that one section, they decided I'm not going to paint any of these houses. And it's like, okay, thanks, dude. There's a lot going on in life, but thanks for checking in on my mental health with that one. So I'm over it now. It's like it's down. Hopefully we can sell it and get some of our money back.
How hard was it to take down?
It wasn't too bad, actually. My brother came over and we had a good time. Like I fed him lunch. I gave him a cigar. So after it was all down, gave him some beers and a cigar and kind of made it worth his while. Beers and cigar, by the way, is that the new pizza for helping somebody move? Like if you help one of us move, is it just like cigar and like liquor or beer? Is that
Could be.
I would help one of y'all move for if you give me a cigar after the end. Yeah, so I fed him lunch.
Depends what cigar.
Give somebody an acid. You're like, oh, okay, thanks.
The fuck out of here. I'll put it back. I'll put the fucking pergola back.
why are you picking the hammer back up? I'm putting this shit back up, man. Fuck you. No offense if you like acid. It's just whatever. No, so yeah. So my biggest concern last weekend when we took it down was these things, they have instruction manual to put up. I'm not trying to like take down something that's load bearing and then we both get crushed under the weight of these very real material, because this wasn't like a pop-up, right? This is plastic, aluminum, and tarps. That was real 4x4 wood, real like actual metal, steel, whatever, and then like panels for the roof. And I'm over here like, you guys understand that not a construction worker. Now I got to reverse take down this thing. So yeah, very annoying, but I don't know. And in North Carolina weather, it rains a lot. randomly. Like we don't know what the weather's going to be. So the next day after I took it down, it rained all day, and I barely had enough time to put this up between rainstorms. So that was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, that setup you had, was it like a prefab type of thing where it came as a kit, or did you just like design everything yourself and you know bought the components separate?
No, it was a prefab. Like,
Okay.
it was, my wife wanted something really nice outside, and I said, "Hey, as long as it can cover me when I'm outside." So she chose the A-frame roof. It was very nice. Very, I mean, you guys saw the background, whatever weird angles I had. It had like the nice, like two 4x4s were put together with like metal stripping to look, to make it look nice, and it looked really good. And then we hung lights and everything looked very nice. And we had it for like 2 years. And then this new HOA was just like, "Hey man, they can't paint." And I'm like, "I'll paint for you. Don't worry about that." Like, yeah, no. And as Steven's mentioned before, he's dealt with HOAs. They really don't care what you have to say. I
They
even
don't.
said, "I'll take it down when I move." Like we were even like, "We'll do whatever you want. Just don't make us take it down." And I think it's criminal that we allow HOAs to even exist. But then, there's also the thing of like, if we didn't, you may have a crazy neighbor that never cuts their grass or that lets a tree just run amok or whatever. But I don't know.
Well, just see if it's with the positive feedback here. You could do Wayne's now on the bright side.
Man, Jeff Severs is funny. I'll only do weddings if he offers the fork cigar holder as a gift to the wedding
Nice.
party.
Nice.
Dragon.
Hey, shoot, you can have your wedding there.
Mm-hmm. I think it looks like a COVID test tent, dude. When I was back in COVID times, dude, like they had the people in like the white tent,
Yeah, dude.
glue everything on because no one knew how contagious it was. I was like, no way, whatever. I chose white specifically because I figured that light would reflect very well, but I didn't think about design as far as like a darker color would just be very nice. Like Ugo's got at least a cream brown behind him. It's like, well, that's nice.
But
White
you're
is
essentially
too
in one of
sterile.
those like light boxes. It's a Randall light box.
Yeah, my rosy cheeks stand out. When I drink, you can really tell. So just
Yeah.
wait till I don't have a physical in the morning, and wait till next week when I drink a lot, and you'll be like, "Oh, why does he look like a cherry?" Yeah. I'll color balance this thing or something.
We got a volunteer here. If you ever decide to, I guess, hire some movers, Brent Hagen is saying he'd take pizza any day for
You
help
take that
moving.
over pizza, some booze and cigars.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah, buddy.
I want the people that would take the pizza. It's cheaper.
It can be, right?
Yeah.
So, AJ, I think the whole thing is because they don't want like a permanent type of structure, and that sounds like that would look like a semi-permanent or permanent structure. So that's why he got the
pop up.
The pop up basically. So
Yeah, from what I've learned, there's 3 types. There's pop up, which is like the people that do it normally are just at a soccer game for a kid and they just pop up a gazebo like this just to block themselves from the sun for an hour. Then you got semi-permanent, which is better material but movable. And honestly, I think my wife and I are looking for a good one of those. So if anybody has any suggestions, link them. We're trying to look for something like that, and we're going to go through their paperwork and be like, "Hey guys, do you mind if we do this one?" That way they can't really mess with it anymore. And then you have the permanent, like what we had, which is basically if you think about like a park shelter area, like with the picnic tables, where it's like real material bolted into the ground. That's kind of what we did before.
Nice.
So I contemplated like a tent. Like a lot of people use ice fishing tents. Matt Sober Cigars has a great setup with that, and Cigar Dudes, that guy has a great setup with that. Or Cigar Dude.
Yeah, I think that would be more of a semi-permanent thing because I don't think he tears it down every time. Most of the people I know leave it up for winter. That's what they use it for. Because it's got that thick barrier, so it could withstand the ice storms or whatever.
Yeah, it's that, and I think Matt also has it inside of a garage.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's like an extra layer of he can modify it and everything else. And so I just went with this because I just was like, I need something before I tear it down. And so I went to Walmart.com. This was on like a nice sale because it's out of season. And it's a 6.5 by 6.5. And it's just pop up, has full walls, zipper, and fake windows. And I was just like, yeah, this will work for as long as it stays up. I'm not tearing it down.
You have some
I don't-
ventilation set up, or
It naturally does because the walls aren't real. They're all like Velcro here, here, and here, and here. So like there's gaps everywhere. So if you pop in here, it smells like a cigar, but there's no like plume of smoke that's just like layered at the top or anything. Like as I'm smoking, there's like it gets warmer than
moves.
just being out in the wind, but it moves out. Like it moves out pretty fast.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, yeah. And do you tear it down or you leave it up? What do you do with that?
No, I'm slow as shit when it comes to doing stuff like that. It took me a long time to put this thing up. I was putting it up in the rain though. I think now that I know kind of how it sets up, I think I could tear it down, set it up pretty quick. But before I had the nice outside area, if you go way back on my YouTube channel, and I used to have another setup. It was like an even smaller version of this with no walls, or maybe like a half wall on one side. And I just kept it up, and I kept it up. So the only good thing is it is kind of protected because the way my backyard is there's enough of there's a fence on one side, and then the other side has like my outside closet area. So as long as you set it up kind of behind that, like wind can blow into it, but it doesn't have like a clear way to really blow it like ridiculously out of the way, so it's not going to like flip over. And I have weights on the bottom of it, so I'm not worried about like this thing just flying away one day. However, if there's ever like a hurricane or some BS or some heavy rain coming, yeah, I would probably just take it down just to keep it. But I left that other one up for like a year and a half, and it was fine.
Right on. So you pretty much just wore it out, right? Like it was time to get it replaced by that time?
No, we just the old HOA approved, like we got the patio extended, and then the problem with the old HOA, we called to ask, can we build something on top? Because that's why we extended it. And because it was a phone call and not paperwork, the lady said, the property manager was like, yeah, you can build something on top as long as it's not attached to the wall.
Yeah.
But I think she already knew she was in her like 2-week notice or whatever. So she didn't really care to give details. So we build, new HOA takes over, our new property manager takes over, doesn't even notice it's back here. New HOA takes over. And until there's a problem with the painter saying we're not going to be able to paint, no one knew it was back here for like 2.5 years. So, yeah, that's kind of the whole thing with that. I mean, this is fine for a temporary setup. I mean, I'm fairly comfortable, I guess. I think I'm just happy that emotionally I'm not as drained anymore because I have something now. I just wanted to make sure I could still do this because, like, imagine if I had nothing yet. If there was even a chance of rain anytime during this podcast, I would probably go, all right, guys, it's starting to rain. Because there's so much out here. There's the microphone, the mixer, the light. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. And then if I'm smoking something that's worth a lot of money, or even in general, if I'm smoking anything, this is like last priority to the electronics. So this just gets like, if it starts getting rained on, it's like, oh, well, shit, I don't have anywhere to go. Like, it's just done. That sucks.
Yeah.
So, how's everybody's cigar?
Very good, my
It's
friend.
good. It's good.
Yeah. No, this one, this Alfonso number 3 is very good. Like I said, it starts off pretty woody, kind of earthy, and then it gets like really good, like at the halfway point for me at least. But it's very, very good with this Harmony collection.
Is that selected tobacco, right? That's part of
Mhm.
selected tobacco. How does that compare to the Byrons? Because I have some Byrons, but I haven't tried them yet.
Depends which Byron you're talking about.
They're all different.
I don't even
Yeah.
know. I have two of them.
I remember you posting them, but I don't remember exactly which ones you did. Dude,
Yeah.
so today I finally got into the Dumbarton Media Pack.
Oh,
and
okay, good.
I burned that fritanga.
How'd you like
And
it?
it's good if you like that stuff. If you like, the bolder smoky stuff, it's
Oh,
good.
very
It's
good.
really strong and it's got clean whatever spice. But for me, it was just like way too heavy. I smoked it in the morning, and I was like, eh.
To me, the Fritanga and Solita Red are the kind of the best of the bunch for that. The Mi Querida Gorilla Gordo, I was not pleased with personally. It's just kind of it's too big of a gauge, honestly, on the Mi Querida to really deliver nuance. And then Umbagog, like it's fine. It's a burner.
Yeah.
What else was in there?
Yeah, what else was in there? Fritanga, Somber Mesa Red. I hated that one.
You hated it?
Red.
I didn't like
So
that one.
Red.
I smoked the Gorilla Gordo first, and then I followed it up with the Solita Red, so it was a pleasant relief. Like I was like, wow, this is infinitely better.
See,
So,
I agree with Texas. He said the Gorilla Gordo was better. I agree. I did the opposite though. I don't think I smoked the Micarita first. I think I smoked the Sunburn Mesa Red first, the Solita.
What did you like about the Gorilla Gordo?
It's just more my profile. It's like what Ugo was saying, like with the Fritanga. I knew I would like the red meat lovers because I had the I think I had a Slim Jim before that.
Mhm.
And I just knew that like I like that spicier, bolder profile. And with the Micarita, it was something about I mean, it was a 660, right? For that size. I just felt like it. I liked the burn time. I liked how the flavors developed. I think I have one or two more of the Sombra Mesas, but like the one or two that I've had, I just wasn't like I was like I don't like this. But at some point, I feel obligated to review it. So at some point, one of those is being saved for a review, and I'll give my honest thoughts on it at that moment. But like right now, I have no interest in visiting that one. Texas, I can't find my Katie cigar. Caddy. So what?
I was asking Ugo. So you just smoked the one Dunbarton?
Yeah, because I already did the Solita Red last year.
Mhm.
And then I smoked a few of the Umbagog Robustos. I like the original one, the bronzeback, the original one for more. So I don't know if I want to do like a full review on it. I don't remember if I posted it. And then the one that would be left is the Gorilla Gordo, which I didn't remember what the name was. But I don't know. Maybe I'll review that one. That's big ass cigar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I went to go grab my DTT cap, and I was like, I gotta rock the cap with the smoke, right?
Nice.
Do you keep the sticker on it on the? Yeah, me too. There's some people that take that off, and I'm like, why don't you take that off? Just keep it on. Dude, have you guys tried this cherry float like zero Coke yet? I think it's their summer flavor. This is actually really good. It's like if you like cherry cola, it's like cherry cola to the max.
I love cherry cola.
You might like that then. You can get it in zero or regular.
Dude, what's up? My camera's turning off a lot right now. I don't know why. I really like the one they had the vanilla Coke, or what was it, vanilla Coke or was it orange?
The orange cream.
The orange cream. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good too. I think that was their last summer flavor. I think this is their trying to pop off a new spring summertime flavor. But I was at a grocery store actually earlier today, and this was like a new flavor, and I was like, well, I gotta try it. And sure enough, I actually think it's really good. It's not overly sweet. I think it emphasizes the cherry more.
Right on. I'll try it in the regular though. I usually don't drink like zero anything.
Mm.
I don't know.
Is it
I don't
doing
know.
a pairing thing for you?
Not yet.
No.
I just took one sip. I mean, like, this is fantastic. This was already like light cedar, has this kind of nice saline note that sometimes Cubans give you, like on the lips and everything. You're like, that's kind of nice. And then there is like a creamy note to this that when I was in the smaller Vitola, it was the first time I ever got this note. It was like a blueberry cream in the retro. I'm past that on this point of this cigar, though. This is starting to get like a little bit more woody. Like towards the end, it's a little bit harsher, but not like bitter and not egregious. Just kind of how Cubans get harsh, right? Like almost like a light New World.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like it's not. I mean, it's a fantastic cigar. I wish I smoked more Cubans, honestly, but I cherish them too much because I don't. When I travel, I'm like, all right, how much money do I have to spend on this stuff? So.
Yeah, I'm. This particular Leal was an interesting one to me, and I remember at the time. Let's see, they were announced in 2021. They actually hit the market, I believe it was spring 2023, and I had picked them up from a reseller, so I paid double MSRP. So MSRP on these are 14 a stick, which like wow, great, Cubans for $14, awesome. But even the initial resellers were doing around 28 per, so you could get a box under 300, which for Cubans is like you don't really see that kind of pricing much anymore. And so I snatched up a box immediately, and I tried it within a few months, and it was really not the profile I was looking for. It was a spicy and earthy profile, and I was like, "What is this? This is what you released for the Cuban people?" And then I had like this extra validation when Half Wheel did the review, because I was like, maybe I'm special. But Half Wheel gave it an 84, and I was like, it's I got to sit on these because I cannot believe that this is what it is, right? And so this is my revisit. This is the second one out of that box, and it's definitely a much more nuanced profile. There's more leather and wood. It's not just that straight like earth spice thing. But if you ever want some Half Wheel entertainment, their review on this one has, if I remember correctly, has notes of cotton candy, which I was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, this is pulling out of their ass at this point. So I thought about this the other day. It was funny. I thought to myself, and not the other day, when I was buying Cubans in Germany and Austria, I thought to myself, God, I wish I had Epicurean Smokes' voice as like a, hey, what Cuban should I buy? Here are the options, right? And I mean, I just trust that, like, because you've talked about on previous episodes, you'll show us boxes. You'll be like, oh, this is a hidden gem. You can get this whole box for like $185, and there's 20 cigars in here, and they're small, but they're great. And I'm like, I can't remember anything that he said, and I'm looking around like, oh shit, like what am I buying here? So at the time I was like, I wish I had a Epicurean Smokes mode on my ChatGPT and just be like, hey man, what should I buy here? They have this, they have this, they have this. That's a good price. I would go with this one.
Actually, you can do what other people do and send me Discord messages with pictures.
I thought about it, but I was drinking like European drinking culture. Dude, I had a beer in my hand everywhere. And so I was like, yeah, I'm not, he's probably busy. It's like Saturday at 4 p.m. You're not doing anything, right? Like,
yeah.
You're not working. No, but I don't know. I was like, that'd be nice. I will say a hidden gem that I found, train stations in Europe. You can find a Habano's shop in there where they have New World, and then you have a lot of like Cuban cigars. So if you're ever traveling through Europe, hidden gem for like if you can't find anything in the main like tobacco shops on the main drag or in the tourist areas, like don't buy in the tourist areas if you can help it, because they're going to jack the prices up anyway. But in the train stations, there's usually a tobacco shop. that I saw, and everywhere I saw, I was like, hold on, babe, we gotta go over there. It says the back. I gotta go check it out. And then I'm looking, and I'm
Exactly.
like, oh, you'll have this, you'll have that. So that's just a pro tip for anybody who's here tonight. If you're ever traveling through Europe, I would love to go back to Europe. That was my first time going.
Yeah, man, it is a great tip because there were plenty. Just going through Switzerland last year, plenty of cities we went through. I think we were going through Lucerne, and there's a Davidoff shop there, and I think a lot of people would go, well, that would be the priority. And luckily, during the daytime, we were with family walking around to some shops, and there was like one of those corner tobacco shops, and I went in there, and they had great selection. And I'm the guy, like, I see they had boxes stacked from the floor up, and I'm down on the floor in the corners digging around boxes, checking box dates and stuff. And they were a cool shop because, like, when they update their pricing, they update it for the pricing of the boxes that were received, and the prior pricing remains. So for us, we know, like, oh, if I pull a 1 or 2 year old box out, that's probably better. And they left the pricing from those years. So I pulled old boxes and I got to pay the old pricing. And that was fantastic. And then that evening I go over to the Davidoff shop and lounge thinking I'm going to have a nice smoke with them and spend my evening. And they had basically 2 different offerings. One was like a travel 3-pack of some H. Upmann Magnum and something else that I didn't want. And the guy was like apologetic. He's like, sorry, yeah, this is unless you want a few of these other Davidoff items we have, those are the only Habanos we carry, and you got to go to that corner shop down there. And I'm like, yeah, I've been there. I have more Cubans in my bag right now than you have on your shelf. Like,
damn. AJ was asking about the Dr. Pepper Blackberry Zero. I haven't had that one.
Oh, I had it. It wasn't my favorite of the fruits added to cola thing. Like you were talking about earlier, the orange cream Coca-Cola. I think that was better. I think it's okay. Like, obviously when you buy those things, unless you're buying one of the 20 ounces in the plastic bottles, you have to commit to like a 12 pack. I think I committed to the 12 pack and was like, yeah, it's all right, but it's not like, I think Dr. Pepper does better with the strawberry cream. I think that was a little brighter. The blackberry or whatever it was, I was like, I taste it, but it's not much different. And honestly, I don't know if you guys think of things like this. I don't know how much soda you guys drink. I think of everything in terms of, will this pair well with a cigar? Not necessarily will it go well with my chicken salad, right? I'm buying if I'm spending for 12, right? I'm just one of those people. Like, I know I'm gonna take a couple out, especially when it's like hot outside. I'm having, if it's Toro, probably like 3 sodas if I'm not drinking water or coffee or something. So that's why I gravitate towards the zero, because I just don't need the calories, and it's just a bunch of like debauchery out here. It's it's a bunch of like soda drinking and cigar smoking if it's not rum or whiskey or something.
sinning.
Was that a sinning? Yeah,
Sinning.
we're sinning out here. Thank you, Brelit. And thank you everybody for the birthday wishes. I haven't been ignoring them. I'm just, we've been having a conversation, but my actual birthday is Friday, but it was close enough. Close enough.
Yeah, that's good.
And yeah.
Dude, how old are you turning?
Yes.
You're in your late 20s, no, or early 30s?
I'm gonna say 36.
Man, you guys are so sweet. I'll be turning 37.
Oh, 37. Okay.
Yeah. So yep, 37. Which
Nice,
honestly, I don't mind. Like,
I don't mind. You don't have a choice, fool.
I
know
it is
like,
happening.
It's happening whether you like it or not, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, AJ was right. Born in 89. Yep.
Oh,
I was 89.
Pretty lit. What's up? Texas was asking if anybody smoked the caddy cigars yet.
Dude, I can't find them.
What?
I I rearranged my humidor. I
Wow.
lost that shit, dude. I think they're still in the original packaging in a box behind my humidor. I thought about them the other day. I was like, dude, I haven't found where are those cigars? But I'm definitely gonna drink. I'm definitely gonna drink. Not drink them. I'm gonna eat it. Not eat them. I'm gonna smoke them.
You smoke cigars, Randall. Smoke cigars. I think I'm gonna smoke one next week.
I would have smoked it today if I'd thought about it. I brought out a different Fermin Perez, but yeah, it's on my list. Haven't had it yet.
For sure. I just wanted to chime in on that Leales you're smoking. I felt the same way about the first one. I didn't like it. And then I had a second one not too long ago. I think not the last time I went to HQ, but the one before. And I was like, all right, let me try it again. I tried it and I was like, a lot better. I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's significantly better than when I had it like a year or so ago.
You think it was the rest, or do you think?
Yeah.
Rest.
Yeah, definitely, dude. It was
for sure.
Yeah, they're not ready when they were released at all.
But that's the tough part about these, right? Like you are sort of forced into a blind buy because the price keeps going up every year because they become more and more limited, right? It's like a lot of people don't realize that your regionals are more limited than your edición limitadas in terms of production. Like they're going to make 100,000 cigar run and then they're done. And so every year the prices go up because it moves from being like a production item to a collector's item at a certain point, where it's like, well, now a box of these is like $400 or $500. Like, what?
So that's where AG got that, because when we had that AG episode and he was like, "Oh yeah, these are done after this year," I was like, God damn it. Now I want every celebrity he releases like it's a Pokemon card, right? Like you're like, well, if I smoke my Ray Lewis, now it's gone, right? Unless I have to. Just a different way to want something, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's the tough part, and it also makes it hard to select like when you're going to smoke them. I saw AJ was kind of posting about a question, I think about he's got 2 Cubans left. And then in his next comment, he said, occasion smokes or can't get yourself to smoke them.
That was me. Yeah.
Randall
Was
said
that for you?
Yeah, I said that because he said they were from like 2010. And I was like, are they
that's dope, bro?
Yeah, dude, if you can keep them that long, congratulations.
Yeah.
Because, so I was just like, are they occasional smokes or you just can't? Because like I feel like if you get super low on your supply, right? It's the same with me. Like, I don't have that many Cubans anyway. I think after this one, I have probably like 8. And it's not like I'm like, oh, I'm going to smoke another Cuban Friday, right?
Well, you might have another one that comes through in the mail.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be nice. But like my thing, shout out Steven. He's got me some kind of gift box coming. It's not here, unfortunately. I would have opened it today. But I'll definitely film an unboxing because I'm curious. But but every time I do travel, luckily I do travel quite often because my wife's Ecuadorian. I do try to be like, hey, let's stop by this place, while I'm here. I do want to go to Guadalajara because Hugo seemed like he has a great time.
Don't go right now.
Not now.
Well, no. They don't even have Costco anymore. But, when the Costco's rebuilt, I'll go.
Yeah, dude, shit.
It's like if people are mad at $1.50 hot dogs, it's you don't want to go.
And dude, their hot dogs are so good, man. Dude, Costco hot dogs. You finish it off with one of those Sundays. You spend like $3 on dinner. It's great,
dude. I tried Sam's for the first time this past weekend. My wife, I didn't like it, but she did because she found a lot of her what do you call it? Like products, like beauty products that she likes, like her shampoo, face wash, all these other things. But to me, it seemed like a big Walmart.
Yeah, well, that's what it is, right?
Yeah. Actually,
did you feel?
Go ahead.
Did you feel like you were cheating on Kirkland's signature?
Yes, I did. Big time, dude.
With Sam's Choice. The only pro I would say about it is it's less crowded than Costco. That's the
way, dude. This fucking Sam's Club was like I
What
took
time did
us.
you go?
We went Saturday. I don't forget if we went Saturday or Sunday. Probably around rush hour, maybe like 2 or 3 in the afternoon.
If
I
you
don't know.
went Sunday, so I've heard this. I used to work in a grocery store. Sundays between like 2 p.m. and like 5 p.m. are
Yeah.
ridiculous because everybody's like all of a sudden they don't want to waste their weekend Friday, Saturday. On Sunday, oh, let me buy everything I need for the week. So at like 3 p.m. they're off to their local big box store or whatever and they're grabbing
Okay.
stuff. So you might have went on a Sunday.
Yeah, I think I went. I forgot, dude. But I don't know. I think I like the pizza better though. I'm not sure. I was kind of like, They definitely do have like better packaging for their single slices. It's a cute little triangle cardboard box thingy. But yeah, their drinks are bigger. So that was cool. Not like if you need more soda, right? But let's see what else. Oh, dude, they're fucking their clerks, like their cashiers, they suck. Horrible, dude. Horrible. Like there's no helper. First time this happens to me, the guy was like, "Hey, I need a second cart. Can you go get it for me?" And I was like, "The fuck, dude? Don't you guys have like fucking like assistants you can fucking parking lot techs that I can bring a cart for you?" I was like, "Nah." Next
You're like,
time,
Costco has it.
yeah, dude. So, whatever.
So you got a membership, or you were like doing a trial thing, or?
My wife got a membership from somewhere. I don't know where. Like a cheap. I think she did like a Groupon or I don't know.
Mhm.
But I'm the Costco membership holder, so we've been going there. But then she tried that because she heard like there's these other things there and blah blah blah, and I was like, all right, let's go check it out. But
Oof. A dual club membership home. How does that feel?
hey, fancy man.
Yeah, I didn't even had it like that, Ugo.
I mean, the bill's not nice, but
I tell my wife all the time, it's no matter what you're intending to go for, Costco costs $300.
yes,
If you walk in the door,
yes, dude. Yes.
Dude, every time I go to Costco, it's like a couple $100. But
Yeah.
I talk
Yeah,
to people who are like my mom, she's very careful with her money. She'll go, "Oh, I get out of Costco for like $60." And I'm like, "What do you get? Eggs?" Like, how
it's
do
like
you
two
get out
things.
with
Yeah.
I'm like, me and my wife, we intentionally go every 6 or 8 weeks because that's when you're building up your freezer of meat. You're building up the stuff that you're like, I'm definitely gonna I'm gonna buy a bunch of coffee, I'm gonna buy a bunch of whatever. Like we don't like dealing with it. So we go as little as possible. 6 to 8 weeks is like we have to go now, and I'm just dreading it. She was like, "You want to go today before the podcast?" I was like, I'm not really in the mood today. Like we have the time because I think they close at 8:30. This podcast starts at 9:30, and I'm just like, no, I can't do it with people today. Like, I'm good.
Now, we're not, Ugo and I, but are you in one of the states where you can get cigars at Costco?
Mm-mm. Oh,
No.
dude,
You're in a controlled state, right?
We can't even get liquor in Costco.
Mm-hmm.
We get beer. We get beer and wine. Liquor. Like if y'all came here, you'd be like, oh, a bunch of virgins in North Carolina. Like you can't get liquor in a grocery store. Like it's just you go to an ABC store. It's state regulated. We get one liquor store, ABC store. But if you go like, for example, when I go to New Jersey, it's like Mike's Liquor Tavern or whatever, and it's like, oh, it's a bunch of liquor stores over here, and they probably have a bunch of more selection we just don't get.
Gotcha. Have you seen that? Were you already aware some states have cigars in Costco? Yeah, I've seen people.
No, I haven't. Not in Costco. I know about the liquor stores and stuff, but I have seen that like in Michigan. I know a girl from Michigan, and she's like, yeah, Costco has liquor, and I'm like, wait, Costco has liquor? Yeah. Oh yeah, Kirkland Signature Liquor. I'm like, I've seen the lager, but it's like 4.2%, and I'm just like.
One of my favorite reasons to go to Costco. My wife hates going to Costco, right? And so I will sometimes volunteer, say, oh, well, you just need a couple things. I don't mind. And I'll pick a time like during the day when it's going to be a little empty. But I do it specifically so I can go check out the whiskey section. because they get allocated stuff, but it's just like any other store where it's super limited. It's allocated, right? And so if you're not there at the time it gets put out, then you're not going to get it. And
What's the best thing you ever got?
oof.
Like, what was like a like? Oh wow! Like, I gotta grab this. Was there
So
ever time?
there was nothing that was like super allocated that I was ever lucky enough to get from them. But I will say that the best thing I ever got was a Costco barrel select of a Jefferson's Reserve that went on closeout for $29. And that was like regular retail was like well over $60 on the bottle. But it was like, you know how like Costco has the little tag, like the end of the price changes depending on how far into the closeout it is. This was like the final one on the shelf. I walked up and grabbed it. And it was actually a very good barrel selection. So I was pleased with it. Especially at that price point.
Single barrel?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a great find. Ugo, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, I just remember they had Macallan at the Sam's, so I was happy about that. I didn't grab any though.
The 12-year, 18-year, which one? Any of them?
Dude, they had shit. I think it was either the 15 or the 18.
Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
My
That's better,
Costco only carries the 12, so nice.
I think the 12 is the most popular among connoisseurs who just heard Macallan from like a movie, right? Like,
yeah, well,
it's the cheapest. It's like, it's readily available. Even I get it at my liquor stores. So like, but the 15 and the 18 are really hard to find, and they're a lot more expensive.
They're way more expensive. The 18's like over $400 now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. But yeah, the Costco, I was commenting because I saw somebody post who was kind of like relatively new to cigars, and they asked the question, they showed a picture of the Costco cigar display, and they said, is there anything here worth, grabbing, like price-wise or rarity-wise? And it was like a whole thing of like Oliva selections. Like it was a CI in a bin, like in one glass case.
Do you guys have Harris Teeter grocery stores there?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so there's something called a Harris Teeter here, and they have a cigar selection, but it's the same thing you just said, Stephen. It's Oliva, Monte Cristo, Romeo y Julieta, 1875 or whatever, and I'm just like, and nubs and everything. I'm just like, I'm good. I just want my Western Union money order. I need to send.
I'll take my food in the paper bag. I don't need to smoke the paper bag.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm like, I'm looking at it and I'm just like, I'm good. No thanks. And what's bad is I actually worked at that grocery store, not that specific one, but I worked at that chain when I was in college. I used to work at night shift at the grocery store because I went to college later. And they did not sell cigars, but I was into cigars. So I would bring cigars every night and I would go, what do I have time to smoke? And I would actually extend my lunch break because they would only give you like a 30-minute lunch break. So I would grab a Robusto, take like 50 minutes. And I would be like hotboxing it in the beginning because I'm like, at the time, I was like, oh, I don't want my lunch break to go over. By the end of my tenure there, I was like, I don't give a shit. They know I'm going to take an hour. And I would just take like the free coffee from the back, have my Robusto, and just whatever. Good times.
Very nice.
Yeah, AJ Jarvis, he said Total Wine. We have Total Wine in North Carolina as well. Do you guys have Total Wine?
Yeah.
Total Wine's like basic.
I mean, our Total Wines are good, honestly. Like we because you said yours doesn't carry liquor, right?
No, it carries regional beers pretty well though. So like
ours are massive. Like our Total Wines are like warehouse.
Yeah.
They're huge. So
and that's so interesting.
Everything.
That's so interesting because ours are maybe the size of like a Walgreens or a CVS pharmacy or something. Like they're big and they have a lot of wine and they have a lot of beer, but we have no liquor section. And they do have cigars. They do have a big humidor of cigars. And I mean, but you're looking at New World, basic of the basic, like Cohiba, Monte Cristo, Oliva. You may get like Drew Estates, Liga Privadas, things like that. But like you're not going to get anything where if you're really getting into boutique and stuff like that, you're not going to find any boutiques. Like It's just going to
Yeah.
be your Padrones. They have a huge
Padron,
selection
yeah,
of
they carry
Padron.
Padron.
Yeah, I mean everybody carries Padron. That's Padormo is a big one. Anything that has a lot of shelf space and a lot of like your actual cigar shops probably have some shelf space in Total Wine, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But I wouldn't say everybody has Padron, right? Like Padron has requirements for how much quantity. Like you either have to be a like big chain retailer or devote a lot of shelf space to Padron to be able to get a contract with Padron to do business. Like you can't be a very small shop and not dedicate a lot of shelf space. They won't sell to you. So I mean, Total Wine's a massive contract for them, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the thing that was interesting to me years ago was that in prior years, Total Wine had done private label. Like there were Total Wine only exclusive cigars.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the brands off the top of my head, but I thought that was interesting that at one time they were doing enough to have their own essentially white label cooked up.
I actually know a company that sold to Total Wine. I can't think of their name right now. I was talking to the owner one time, and they said they do tequila now, but they were like, we used to do cigars too, but we sold to Total Wine, and now they call them their Total Wine exclusives. But basically, they sold their main priority was tequila, and then they sold their cigar side business that they were trying to, like, it wasn't doing as well for whatever reason, maybe the marketing, however they did it. And so they were like, we sold it to Total Wine and said, hey, just make it whatever. So Total Wine put like a blue band on it and like called it it was like a Rocky Patel Total Wine exclusivo or whatever. And I'm like, I don't care about any of this.
I know. Yeah, I've seen that
I'm
one.
good. Yeah. Oh, that one. Yeah. It's still around, I think.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's buying it.
Oh, but I think it's always like the mark that works there. The mark is always like, it's my favorite. And I'm thinking,
that's my favorite. Buy your Chestnut Farms. It's allocated pretty much.
Dude, go to Total Wine and just ask one of the employees. I don't know anything about cigars. What do you suggest? Oh, Oliva G. Totally. Oliva O. Totally. It's like, I'm good. I mean, like, they're good, but like, I'm not gonna buy them like from there. I'd buy them from like bidding sites or something. Get like a nice bit of them, fill the humidor up.
Yeah, I watched one of those interactions happen, and I was in the humidor browsing, and the clerk, who clearly had never smoked a cigar ever, and said that to the customer, was like, well, I don't really smoke cigars, but you know, the dark ones are really harsh and the light ones are much better, and so you know, you should consider. And he's like pointing out some stuff, and I was like, yeah, let me know if you have questions.
Yeah. I think they go with the safety. Like, I think they know that there's some safety ones, right? Like, they're not going to be harsh. Like Macanudo Cafe, right?
Sure.
Like, they could go, oh, like, this is going to be a great cigar for you, because like you barely even, like, you may get some brightness in the beginning or a little light cream, but it's something anybody can just pick up and go, yeah, that was nice. But like, as soon as you put it down, it's almost like it dissipates as even an experience. I've gone back to it, actually. I do appreciate what it is, but I don't hate on it, but I also don't like find myself purchasing it ever. If I find myself having one, it's like whatever. But
haven't had one of those in such a long time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we don't need them. Like, we know the stuff to get.
Dude,
and probably everybody in the chat does too.
AJ is talking about your reviews. You go, how's the back to the basics treating you?
Is that the V you did, right?
Oh yeah, dude, that one's got a lot of views on it. Actually,
mm-hmm.
There's a lot of Oliva fans out there.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, if you do any legacy brand, basic, anybody can get, dude, you're gonna see your views like skyrocket. Do a quorum, see how many views you get.
Fuck, I don't even have any quorums. Dude,
I've never tried.
Yeah, me either. The Bevmo here on Grand and the 10 freeway, they have those Fojibas that with the fucking checkered band on them. That shit's funny, dude. Oliva.
Did you guys see this Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say we should try the Fugazi sometime and just see kind of what happens.
Dude, I thought about that at one point, and then I was just like, no, why would I spend money on this?
It's like, why entertain the idea, right?
Well, because like some of them are like, Fugazi, the Rocky Patel, this or that. I'm like, why do I want a fake of the thing I don't already want?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm good. What were you gonna say though?
I was gonna ask if you guys saw the Supreme Court ruling on Friday about the tariffs.
No.
So there was it's all in reference to the EPA, the International Emergency Economic Powers Act. And so the Supreme Court ruled that basically the president doesn't have the authority to impose tariffs. So all the tariff discussion that we've had, that especially the ones that have affected cigars over the last months and months, were not allowable. And so they're saying that the applied tariffs under EPA, including reciprocal tariffs, are considered void. And so you may know, we talked about before that the folks from Ilusione were seeking getting their money back. And so it's that case will probably set a precedent for companies to see if there's grounds to return that money. I doubt it, but we'll see, because Ilusione is pursuing for that. But of course, it didn't really change much except for Nicaragua, because there's other laws that tariffs can be enacted under. And so basically in response, Trump said he's going to institute a 10% global tariff under a different trade act. And so he has access to temporary tariffs for up to 150 days. But what that means is that if he's doing a 10% across the board global tariff, that it'll bring the Nicaragua tariff from 18% down to that 10%. So it may actually kind of lighten that tariff load on Nicaragua in particular. So we'll see how it plays out. But that was news from Friday.
I just want to shout this out real quick. I forget. I think this is from Frank, I believe. So shout out Frank. Happy anniversary. Frank sent me this. I don't even know anything about it. Superhuman, subhuman.
It's Sir Louis exclusive.
Okay. Well, I like Sir Louis cigars. Like we've talked about many times. You can't watch his lives without buying a bunch of shit. So, thanks, Frank. This is your shout out.
Yeah, Frank bombed me with one of those. I haven't smoked it yet, so excited to hear how that goes for you.
Yeah, and I figure anything after a Cuban is probably safe.
Yeah.
I mean, totally. Like totally different. I don't know anything about the cigar. I like the band. I was just like, I looked at that cigar and I was like, well, that's not going to last the whole episode. What's the smaller one I have? And this was a little Corona size, I think. It's like looks like a 48 ring gauge by 548 or something like that. So subhuman, very, very nice. Look at that alien. Good God. That's a pretty cigar though.
So do you have, so your birthday's coming up. It's on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have birthday traditions, or do you have plans for Friday? Like, did you pick a birthday smoke yet, or?
No, I don't have traditions. I do have so my older brother helped me take down the Pegula last Friday, so he's not going to come back down because he lives out of town.
Mm-hmm.
My younger brother lives a little bit closer. He's going to join me for drinks and a smoke on my birthday, and I'm going to set him up with something good. I'm going to get something good. I don't know what yet. I haven't planned that far ahead. It's in 2 days. And, we're just going to chill. And then I think me and my wife go to a lot of movies. Scream 7's coming out. So we already have tickets for that in the evening.
Oh.
I'm going to this restaurant called Yard House, which has really great food, great beers. So probably steadily drinking all day, cigars, movies, chilling, just and then like birthdays. I don't know about you guys, but birthdays as you get older is kind of more or less like I just want to spend time with people.
Yeah,
I don't really care about like, people are like, hey, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, because like the people who don't smoke cigars wouldn't know what to get me anyway. They might would ask the guy from Total Wine, where should I get this guy? And they'd be like, oh, get him this Rocky Patel, whatever, and that's fine. I'll take it, whatever.
Yeah, thought that counts, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I would prefer like, oh yeah, just give me money if you have to give me anything, whatever.
Yeah, same. I get that sentiment. My mom at one time asked me, like, she had a CI catalog in her hand, and she's like, this came in the mail. Is there anything out of here that you might like for your? And I was like,
Burn
please,
it.
no, don't. I appreciate the sentiment. I know you don't like cigars, but no, you do not need to buy me cigars. Thank you.
Dude, I could see Ugo literally telling somebody, "Oh, just burn it. That's junk mail." Yeah.
No, burn that shit.
He would say that about the cigar too.
Fire
Hey,
starter.
they have a good what is it like? Oh, 30% off any, I don't know, Rocky blend. It's like, I mean, I will say there are some good ones out there, but I don't actively seek more or less just because I know that I'm gonna look at it a lot and rearrange it for other stuff. You know,
Yeah.
not being what do you call it? Presumptuous. Not what do you call it? Not being like superiority or whatever. Just kind of like my preferences have changed a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
Smoking cigars and stuff. It's like,
So when you go to a yard house, do you get the yard?
no, if you do the math on that shit, it first off, it's uncomfortable on the wrist.
Mhm.
Like don't
bring the
screenshot this, but yeah, you're doing this bullshit the whole time. And it's like 2 pints and 4 ounces. And I'm like, nah, just give me the one I get is usually the one right under the yard. It's like a 24 ounce or something, and I get something I want, and I do that one. And then if I'm not driving, I might do that one, and then maybe like 116 like pint or something. Because when I'm out, it's different from if I'm like at home with chilling with all you fine people and actually getting like Red Randall. If I'm out, I'm trying not to stumble around a Sam's Club, right? Like I'm just enjoying a beer with a meal or something like that. So no, I did the yard a few times. It's bullshit, dude. They do the skinny thing, so like people are like, oh, it's 3 feet, but that's the whole gimmick. It's a yard.
It's the gimmick, right? Yeah.
Yard house.
See it on your table.
It's uncomfortable, right? And usually they only offer that for the lower ABV beers, right? So if you want something that's like more fuller bodied, like you order like a brisket burger or something, you're like, oh, I want something a little heavier, a little darker, a little browner. They're like, oh, sorry, the yard is only for that. Like the best thing you can get is like maybe a Voodoo Ranger or something, and it's like 6%, right? Because they don't want people plastered. Like that's not.
Wait a minute, your Voodoo Ranger is only 6%.
No, they have some that are 6%. They have Voodoo Ranger go like 9%, 12%.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they're heavy. They're a heavy brew, but there is like one that's like 7% or 6%, and they may offer that one Mango Cart or whatever it is. Voodoo Ranger.
Mango Cart sucks.
Yo, no,
Fucking
right.
Fucking.
Yeah.
It's like
JD. Randall gets wasted at Lowe's. Don't lie. Home Improvement or Lowe's grocery store.
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at here. Texas has a bird. Man, it used to be. Oh my god.
No.
This guy. Have you seen the pranks when people use a toilet at the hardware stores, like floor models? I don't know, but Frank,
Where'd that come from?
dude, I want to have the grocery store that Frank has. I think it's HEB, maybe. He goes and he's drinking beer and he's shopping, and the grocery cart has a holder for your fucking cup.
Dude, we have some of those.
Texas.
We don't have that shit, dude.
North Carolina has some of those. Harris Teeter has a bar in it. Lowe's Food has the shopping cart with the like carry your beer around while you shop. To me, that's so problematic, though, dude. Like, I'm a fast drinker. If my wife's like, I'm gonna go grab eggs or something, I'm like 3 deep, and I'm like, oh my god, my life is over. I'm drinking in front of a bunch of families that are just trying to buy celery for the week.
I mean, nothing's keeping us from fucking, popping up in a tall boy, but you always pay for it when you're done.
Hey
Mhm.
JD, the Harris Teeter in Briar Creek has a whole bar in it. The Whole Foods or Lowe's food? Maybe it's Whole Foods. Maybe he's right. Maybe it's Whole Foods that has it. But yeah, there's a
16%.
couple.
Some Belgiums are up to like 17.
That
What's-
Delirium. Have y'all had the Delirium?
I've seen it. I never had it.
You have to really enjoy
HEB.
that alcohol flavor in beer. You know how beer is different from liquor, like you get kind of the other flavors and then the alcohol secondary. That Delirium is the Belgium that I feel like is like, oh, this is like if you're just trying to really get wasted. It doesn't do much for me flavor wise.
There you go, Randall. Whole Foods on 55 has beer on tap.
Nice.
And Gabriel's saying that Northgate in Costa Mesa has beer. I wouldn't even think Costa Mesa had a Northgate,
How far are you from there,
True.
Ugo?
right? It's
How far
what
are
the
you?
fuck?
How far are you from there, Ugo? From Costa Mesa?
From Costa Mesa, California.
Mhm.
It's Orange County, so I'm about 45 minutes.
Are you doing a
Yeah.
southern accent?
Wait, who?
You were like
You.
Costa Mesa, California.
Oh no,
You
because
making fun of me?
there's a commercial.
Oh.
There's a commercial about Costa Mesa, California. I forget if it's one of the Ford dealership commercials or something, but it's a 80s commercial, I think. Maybe somebody in the comments will remember that. Maybe JD, because JD used to live there, I think, in OC. He's bougie like that. By the way, OC is like the bougie area here in SoCal, one of the bougie areas.
I think I've told you guys before, California fascinates the hell out of me because I know almost nothing about it besides like Los Angeles and Hollywood is where they film movies, and then there's like other sections where there's like orange. There's other sections like Orange County. I think it's like the beach area, and then there's like a bunch of skateboarding areas.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's very interesting to me that like Sips and Sticks and you are like 3.5, 4 hours away from each other. Because you're southern, he's northern,
More
right?
than that.
Is it?
Yeah. It's like double that. He's in NorCal. So he's like 8 hours away.
Who is?
Yeah. DC.
Oh yeah. He's like up in the Bay Area.
Yeah, it is interesting. Like, if you're like San Diego people, OC people, and then like LA County people. So like I'm in LA County and I'm beach, like Long Beach, but like Long Beach is very different than the OC beaches. We are not that fancy.
Doesn't Long Beach have that beach that has like the graffiti walls where a bunch of skateboarders come and like skate?
There are a lot of the graffiti walls.
Dude.
Yes.
Randall, Long Beach is where the Titania is at.
That's right.
No, man, it never made it. It made it to like somewhere in the Atlantic.
The Queen Mary, dude, the sister ship.
The Titania.
The Titania.
You know what I think happened? I think I got confused.
Clearly.
No shit, dude.
It's a persistent state sometimes.
Oh my god, dude, this shit was hilarious. Titania.
Yeah, it's
Southern
my
OC
best moment.
exclusion.
Dude, what was I drinking that night?
Everything.
What weren't you drinking? Oh,
Yeah, who knows, right? How close are you guys from each other? Like, because I know y'all meet up sometimes at like the same cigar shop, right?
Without traffic, we're about 25, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're also the same distance, I think, out to the CEO Baller Lounge, right? It's a different direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's a straight shot because I just jump at the 60 and just go. I think for you, you gotta kind of like you gotta take a little bit of streets.
I gotta bob and weave. I gotta
Yeah.
do the 710 and get up to the 5 and 101 and
Is traffic as ass as everybody says it is?
yeah,
Yeah,
no
dude.
doubt.
Yeah.
Oh, Edward Valencia is in the Bay Area as well. DC, one of our ex panel members lives in the Bay Area.
So do you guys think
Yeah.
the best place to live in California is your area, or do you guys wish you lived in like if money was no issue or location, friends, and all that stuff? Where would you choose to live in California? I know you guys get a lot of the same kind of weather depending on where you live. Uh, with the Santa Ana winds come through sometimes in the year, depending. Um,
There's this little area called Rancho Palos Verdes. That's where I would want to
Mhm.
live.
So
where's that at?
that was on my
Southern?
list. RPV is on my list for sure. So, but RPV is isolated. So there's no
Yeah.
freeway to get there. So you can either get there by taking Pacific Coast Highway, like straight up the ocean, like ocean front to get up to RPV, or you go through like Torrance, Redondo Beach, which is the other side. But you are a solid like 20 some minutes from a freeway if you live up on the mountain. But
Yeah.
you know, that's the place. Like you want to buy a $20 million property, you can do it up there. And I have a buddy actually that I went to school with, and he bought a fixer upper. It's been, I think, 10 years ago, and he got a fantastic deal on it, and he's done the work himself over the years. And man, he's done nicely with picking up property in Rancho Palos Verdes.
Is
I
that
think
North Cal? North Cal?
no, it's here in Southern California. It's
okay.
It's close to us, but it's it would take me probably 40 minutes, 45 minutes to get up there, and a little longer for Ugo, maybe an hour for you to get where you are. And it's very nice. I contrast the access to freeways though, because you can get nice homes and good school districts for family, for kids in some of the Orange County areas. So Irvine, but the weather is better in Rancho Palos Verdes. So I have to agree with you, Ugo. I think you're totally right.
Yeah. And then I used to work a lot in this. I can't remember, dude. It's right next to Malibu, above Santa Monica, above Beverly Hills. What's that fucking area over there called?
Oh, Malibu.
Next to it.
Next to Malibu.
JD's got to drop a milli for a 1,200 square foot house.
You wish. You're gonna get a condo or townhome. You're not gonna get a house. That doesn't exist. You don't get your own property for a milli. Get out of here. Not even where I live.
Good God, man. Like, dude, the prices here, y'all would clean up. If you ever dropped your jobs, got full remote jobs, moved to North Carolina, dude, you'd be like, oh, I'll take this 1.3 million house. And that we have people here that do that. Like after COVID, a lot of people moved from California to North Carolina because they could get super big houses in nice areas with plenty of land and just like clean up, because they still get their salaries from California, right?
Totally.
And then their taxes and everything are so cheap here. So a lot of people move here. And then same from New York and Florida. Like, we get a lot of people because it's like halfway between New York and Florida. So a lot of people move and, retire or remote job, and then they do very well here.
Pacific Palisades.
Oh yeah, Pacific Palisades. Yep.
JD saying Bel Air, but you might not know this because you're not a geotechnical engineer like I am. There is one huge ancient landslide, and there's about 1 million active landslides there. So you don't want to buy.
You don't want to be there. Yeah.
No.
It was the same thing where I used to live in the Central Coast in Morro Bay, where so much of the homes are built into the hillside, and the hillsides are sliding.
Yeah,
it's not. You don't want to be there.
Definitely not.
When was you guys' last earthquake? Like, don't you get like
about 4:36 a.m. this morning?
Was it like, are they just like small and you guys are just used to it, or like?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, all the time, bro. It's fucking this tectonic plate's always moving, bro.
The San Andreas fault line.
It gives us a good morning wake up call every morning, bro. Every day. Shit. It's like, hey, remember you're hanging on a thread.
We got one in North Carolina in like 2019. It knocked over a lawn chair and it became news.
Yeah, let's see. How many did we have yesterday? At least one 3.5. Yeah.
How long do they last?
They're short.
Like
a few seconds.
A couple seconds.
Yeah, a few seconds. So just be a little like by the time you've noticed it, it's done. Like,
Dude, it freaked me out because as someone who doesn't feel those, but what the hell's going on? Do I have an inner ear problem? Like, I think I would just have an inner ear problem.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden I'm like,
oh,
whoa,
what the fuck?
because of balance, dude. I'd be like, whoa, I'm not drunk yet. Like, why am I
Yeah.
shaking? Right?
There.
Like a shake weight or something. Yeah, I mean, every time I've gone to Ecuador, I think there was one time when I was in Ecuador, but it was overnight. My wife woke me up and said, "We're having an earthquake. Did you feel it?" And I go, "What? No, I don't feel anything." And I went back to sleep. But yeah, we don't really get them here. Luckily, I don't have any wood to knock on, but luckily we don't really get them here.
Yeah, I mean, it's enough of an issue here that our homeowners policies don't cover earthquakes, right? Like,
They don't cover the stuff you need, right?
If you want earthquake insurance, you have to buy it separately, and it's wildly expensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 3 to 4x more than what your regular homeowners policy costs.
Yeah,
because it's actually a likelihood.
but you don't need that, Steven, because you got the best engineers in the world here in Los Angeles, bro.
Yeah, gosh, I wish I knew one though.
Your structure is designed to uphold like a 13.6 magnitude earthquake, buddy.
Yeah.
So as long as Ugo was working there when he built your home, or working in the arena of that engineering when they built your home. When was your home built?
1956.
Oh wow!
That's my grandpa
was working there yet.
I think my grandpa did that one for sure. Dude, that's the thing, dude. $1 million gets you an estate. 10 acres big in North Carolina.
I mean, we've thought about it. It's just like all of our families here, and like especially as your family's aging and they need you close by, like it's hard to move.
You just
Zillow
it, bro.
Just Zillow it. Like go to like one of those websites and just pretend like you were moving here. You'll be like, I can have that for what I'd already pay.
We do that all the time. It hurts. It's just
it does, right? Yeah. I Zillow it and I can't afford the shit here, so that's why I'm in a townhome with a pop-up gazebo.
Dude, if I had $1 million, I'll just go buy a whole town in Mexico and just name it Ugo Smokes Town. You know,
better build a big ass wall.
Yeah,
blow up your Costco.
Oh man,
that'd be sick.
Yeah. It's weird how relative to like wealth in the area, it's like how you can do, right?
Oh yeah,
it's very, very different and weird.
Dude, so at right like about an inch before this is when this cigar has that turning point for me where it gets like really good, really like buttery, nutty nuance. The first half of it, it's a little bit like more of that woody, a little bit spice, stuff like that. But second half of this cigar is so good. Look, I'm barely like entering the last third. You guys are on your freaking third cigar.
Well,
right?
Second, yeah. That was my second.
You too, right, Steven?
I'm still finishing.
Wait, is that still the Leales?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah.
My first one was a 478, so it was like short Robusto. It was a 56 though. We'll give it that. So it took me like an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. Texas, this is a 54 or 55, so it's a thicker ring gauge for me. It takes me a little bit longer.
Texas asked how the stuff is. Dude, it's good. Like most or like all of Sir Louis cigars that I've had, it's like, I mean, I can't complain about it. It's definitely bitier than the Cuban as far as like there's a little bit more spice on the palate. It's a little bit dark pepper, a little bit of wood, and there's a nice like nuanced sweetness on it. Yeah, I can't complain. The retro is where it really shines though. Really emphasizes that earthiness of it. So
yeah,
I am not complaining. Like I knew I was safe with most anything after the Cuban. But I also, I didn't want to like jump from a Cuban to like something super powerful and like blow out my palate and everything else. But no, I'm very happy with it. I think it's very good.
Yeah.
And I really do enjoy that band. Like that alien, good God, like the stuff they do over there, man.
One thing you well, I don't know if everybody knows this, but One thing you got to know about Sir Louis is that he really sources out like good tobacco for filler. So a lot of his tobacco is like aged, and some of his like, or most of his like store exclusive stuff. It's funny how like on the retro is where those cigars really shine, and you get like those nice nuanced notes. It's pretty crazy because those cigars are like sub $10. You know what I mean? So yeah, Sir
Dude,
fucking Hunter, man, he's doing it.
are these aren't the ones with that weird packaging of like the birth defected babies, is it? Or the monsters?
Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Okay. I don't think it is because it has an alien on it. But there's
Yeah.
dude, look up like there's some
Matt
cigars.
Matt shot the pack of it. It's a pack, right? And he shot
Oh, Texas said yes, it is.
Oh, it
So
is. Oh, wow.
These have like weirdo, like alien-esque baby pictures on it, and they're bundle sticks. They come in like a pack, like like a brick house would, like for those cheaper brick house cigars, and yeah, very interesting. So
yeah. Well, before we get out of here, let's go ahead and send a shout out to our channel sponsors. We have Lucky Cigar Club. Don't forget to use code FIRSTTIME15 for that initial 15 off on your first order. And we have Above the Level Construction. They're available in the SoCal area for concrete foundation wall, retaining wall, block wall, and also driveway projects. You can call them at 626-265-1657.
Nice.
Yeah, so what's up? What do you guys got? Steven, are you done finally showcasing your entire collection?
Yeah, dude, that's done. That 13 episodes or whatever it came out to, that is all done for me. That
was enjoyable. Though.
Thank you, dude.
It's good.
I'm kind of focusing a little more time on Leaf Brief and like pushing that out as both like a video and audio podcast. And I think just time wise, it's going to be more of a focus on like new releases and like big stories, and then like the little regulatory things like local legislation and stuff I'll keep on the Instagram. But I don't think anybody really needs like a 30-minute cigar news report. I think probably like 10 to 15 minutes is probably pretty good. And so yeah, Leaf Brief each week. Randall,
Nice.
what about you?
I'm gonna film at some point soon. I have a another humidor review, but this isn't like a travel one. I have another one that's like desktop humidor, and I'm going to do some cigar review at some point. It might not be Friday because my brother's coming over, so I might just like not film anything on my actual birthday. I might just enjoy the time. But Sunday I'll be back to it with some kind of review. Maybe the caddy, if I can find them. I gotta find those. Like, the only good thing about losing them is that I lost them where they still had the humidity pack in with the pack. So I'm not worried that they're like drying out somewhere and like under the refrigerator or some bullshit. But they're definitely in their pack, and I just have to. I did a whole. You know how every once in a while you want to just rotate all your cigars, like you have multiple humidors, and you're like, all right, this one's kind of hot, this one's kind of low. Let me switch them out. Let me figure out what's going on with the humidity with some of these. Sometimes the more humidors you have, the harder it is to pay attention to them all the time, because some of them you just don't look at. Like you're like, oh, I haven't looked at this one in a while for some reason. So yeah, I did a big switch over maybe like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, and until I think somebody posted about it, I was like, oh, I gotta find that cigar again. Like I meant to do a review on that one already. But so that's probably coming up very shortly in the future, because I feel like I'm behind on that one.
Solid. Yeah, I think I'm gonna smoke that one on Friday morning, because I have a huge backlog now. Finally got back into the schedule here, and then I lit up a Cuban the other day of Vegueros Entre Tiempos, which is a Petite Edmundo. And then I talked about kind of summarize like the whole Cuban situation. So I think I'm gonna release that next Tuesday since it's kind of like a fresh topic. Yeah, so I'll do that, and then the caddy on Friday, I think, because I think they're big on Instagram, so
Mhm.
it'll do better just as a reel on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
The one you
Um,
were just talking about, that's the one with the green V, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Did you
the
get a lot
Vigado.
of Did you get a lot of saline on that?
Saline, like salty?
Like salty?
I probably called it earthy because for me those are really earthy.
Okay. I got a lot of salt on that one.
And it was the Entre Tiempos, the Petit Edmundo.
Mm.
I don't know which one you smoked. JD saying, you know what sucks, moving with all your cigars in a truck just for the Dubai stash. This guy. No flex zone, bro.
Very nice. No
Yeah.
flex.
Awesome. Well, hope you have a great birthday on Friday, Randall.
Yeah, dude.
Many wishes.
Thanks, guys.
Hope you
Thanks
smoke
everybody for
great
the wishes.
cigars. Yeah, thank you everybody that joined us today to wish Randall a happy birthday. Oh, next week, what's that? Joe Perkins from what's that cigar brand?
Samparai. We're gonna have Joey Perkins on. That's exciting.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Samparai.
smoke some
I-
Samparai. So get some and join us.
I saw that brand when I was out in Tennessee at fuck, I forgot what is it called? Winston's or whatever.
Yeah.
And the girl told me something about it, but I forgot. So pretty excited.